7 years ago, I collided with poetry during a time of emotional chaos. It held my hand through the many tastes of love and taught me to embrace the metamorphosis unplanned yet necessary. Spoken word is about being in the moment, for every performance is unique. Yet it's the conversations afterwards that's where the magic happens. This is Pages. Dating in my 30s, men became the hiccup I couldn't drink my way out of. Their words offered a trickle of vulnerability, and like a dusty riverbed that had forgotten the taste of rain, I drank. Drank from hands that never held me long enough so that my feet felt safe in the shade of his embrace, yet still, my phone sits in my peripheral, waiting. Waiting for his name to flood my phone and become the quenching rain. Waiting for a phone call. Waiting to run out of excuses for the silence, just waiting to be wanted. That's why regrets live in paragraphs written by the same mistakes, holding space in places that no longer fit. A folded corner at the top of the page you want to come back to, hoping to understand. We speak of them in chapters long detached from the original narrative, instead belonging to the left of a hesitant full stop. Letting go became insomnia at 3 a.m. when closing your eyes won't mean sleep, just the sorry scabs the wound but won't stop the scarring. And when the sun kisses your weary eyes, you were left resenting the bed that should have brought you rest. But forgiveness is seeing a river's true power is not by force but persistence. Even shallow waters can turn a boulder into pebbles if you're willing, but who has a lifetime to wait for pebbles? So to him who will be, take me to your river so our bodies can kiss the rain. Be still, for intimacy is a fragile joy that can slip through these fingers, even when these lips are close enough to taste yours. Let the delicate dance of the chase be the language we speak fluently, as each touch becomes a synonym of desire only you and I can define. And maybe in time will become more than percussive anticipation in tangled sheets. Your smile, the tantalizing ellipses to your laughter, etches lines on your face from our seasons in the sun. Let roots grow at our feet so our hands reach for each other before the door. Oh, and I want to taste words synthesized from embers that refuse to let a soul burn out. I can't wait to write pages about us. And my ink-stained hands are ready. Are yours? Look you. See, some stories, we tell them over and over again, and yet we never learn from them. And 7 years on, these verbal Polaroids have stuck with me. But this one here is special because I've learned to move on from that chapter in my life. This is called Someday. See, someday lives in my head. A nomad taking refuge in pages unwritten. If someday is a dandelion wish blowing in the wind, where would I land? Would you find me far from home or in the comfort of my shadow? Would my knees catch me in that leap of faith or buckle in the burden of my dreams? Yesterday I emptied my pockets with the certainty of childhood, when something good was always a possibility. Making daisy chains and shaping stars with a string meant my hands were useful. But days of playing hopscotch blurred lines between friend and foe and always made me question where my feet belong. Some days I see that child in the sea of faces I call home. She looks at me with wide eyes and a hopeful smile. We laugh at the way my knees creak when rain is on the way because it reminds me that growing old shouldn't mean resenting the joys of being young. Today I taste life in pigments of light and shadow, painted by hands that walk with might. I hear my laughter in the feathers of the kiriru flying like a tantrum in the breeze. salty droplets, thirsty human, waiting for the sun to whisper hello. One day when I faced my fear of heights to soar with the birds, don't look for me in the places that made me feel small. I can laugh without aching to catch my breath, and I ruminate the love I meant to say, even if lust is sometimes disguised as Cupid's arrow. For one day I won't rub the sleep from my eyes. They will be too heavy to wake. How long will it take you to forget the sound of my laughter? A day? A year? A lifetime? So look for me in the summer rain, or the swirling of the leaves. The ruru will be my lullaby. But until then, someday is here. She's no longer a dream. She breathes. If I had any words of advice for the woman that I was 7 years ago, I would say to her that change isn't what we fear, but the speed our bodies are expected to pivot. So I offer you words from the woman I was 7 years ago. This is called energy. Oh, see, I am a dancer. Define and refine me by the rhythm of the offbeat percussion that is my heart, but stop. Wait. I have stage fright from these stage lights called life. I'm not ready. I am weak. I am average beyond belief. And because I believe, therefore I be, and I have a million excuses more, having spent a lifetime convincing myself that I need to be exceptional to be worthy of your applause. Each day I claim my place on this earth. These moments become the chapters I'm yet to write. And when I wake up to the promise of tomorrow, I can look back with these were the days before we truly learned to live. Where we found infinite ways to limit our dreams, where our fear shackles the soul and feeds the ego. In the chaos, we lose ourselves, slaves to expectations, judgment, and chasing validation, for we are alive, yet nowhere near living. They say energy is never created or lost. It simply changes form. So if your mind is like a ball of clay, let us shape it with the intention that we want something better. Better versions of ourselves, not because we are lacking. For the mold that first created us is now a size too small to let us grow. Oh, so take it from me. Let your someday be one day, and one day be the day that you wake up to. Number those days until you can learn to live it, breathe it, and weave it into your DNA. For dreams are only words when we live with our eyes closed. And everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. You just have to start walking. Thank you.